Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Keepers of Time trailer, of which we're going to now break down piece by piece and see if there's little intricacies that we can spot, if there's anything we should be taking note of. I'm mainly looking at how the cameos play here, and I want to see how Geras plays, because very particularly, I've been playing Geras actually quite a bit in MK11 right now. He just feels a bit clunky. He doesn't feel like he has very high combo sort of thing. Like, you're not really going to do very long combos and execution heavy combos with him. He just hits hard, and he's more of the thoughtful play. Like, you want to think about what your enemy's doing, space yourself out right, and then hit them with a reversal or a counter or punish sort of thing. That's how it feels like he plays, and I want to see if that keeps true. Or if they mix him up and they make him a little more fluid. Already, he seems like he plays a little bit more fluid, but we're going to check it out just a little bit more in depth right now. So bear in mind, I'm going to be pausing this a lot, just so we can break down individual things. This might be a bit of a longer video.
Geras, my old friend.
So I love the fact that he's a good guy now. He's a good guy now, at least for the start of it, and he's sort of like... He's not treated like a lackey now. He feels like he's treated as, like I said in the previous video, like he's an advisor to Liu Kang's, because he's been around forever. He's been around since Coronic's been fucking around with the timelines. So he's sort of observed how everything's changed, how Coronica did things, what can be done, what can't be done, what shouldn't be done. And he's sort of, it seems like he acts as like a guide or just has some input for Liu Kang to sort of feed off of to make his choices. However, as we can tell with later on in the trailer, with it seems like Geras is a little perturbed by Liu Kang's decisions. Perhaps he doesn't always take the input that Geras has to heart or to thought.
It's been eons.
This scene is awesome.
Good to see you.
Likewise,
Eons too.
Lord Liu Kang.
And he refers to him as Lord Liu Kang.
Is my highest calling.
Can we just say, like, look how cool. I like that they've toned a bit. It's because he looked in 11, he had a massive like V-tape. He was huge. He was just like very bricky, and like his head felt like it sat a little bit, like it was too big and sat a little too low. Now that like they've slimmed up his neck and put his head a little bit higher, he looks like a more filled out character model, and it looks really nice. I love the pauldron. I love the pauldron. He's still got, so that was his wake up attack in 11, that sand burst. Okay, so that's sort of looks like a special attack. Still got command grabs by the look of it. Now that, I don't know if that's a parry. That looks like, it must be a parry, like a projectile parry. I don't know if the teleport also was part of that, or whether that was a separate input, but that's really cool. Oh, dude, you're not going to be able to spam down Geras if he's got that projectile parry and he just poof, nah. And then it's a free combo out of it because of this time stuff. And then the launch. Okay, so that was one of the things that was really cool about Geras in 11 is that you'd have that time vortex, you'd hit them, and you'd enhance it, and they'd freeze in spot. And a lot of times what you see people do is they freeze them, they run up, and they do 2 uppercuts, and then they launch in the air, and they'll do another combo off that. But with air combat in MK1, that adds just so much variety to it, especially if he's got like an air string to a bounce. Was that an air string to a bounce? Where he could come down and do it again? Wasn't a bounce, but it's enough time in the air for him to continue a combo. And he's got that sand wall. Sector. Sector's flame burner assist is a summon, not an ambush. So you have to, you'll lose your character movement for it to do that. But it looks like, I'm not sure if there was enough time to do anything with that. Sorry, was that 2 Gerases on screen for that?
Geras,
yeah, there was.
The guardian
Interesting.
Of the hourglass.
Guardian of the Hourglass.
Celestial object which lies beyond the realms.
Has he micronized it? Has he made it like a small thing now? So Geras holds onto it instead of it just being inputted and protected in this one place. That's a lot of trust then. That means if Geras turns bad, he takes the hourglass with him.
The hourglass
That's insane.
regulates time and destiny.
And Darius there. Like sends wind. Okay, so and there is the time vortex ability as well. It's not just a parry. Alright, so he's got an air string into an air grab into like a hard knockdown slam. Darius comes in with a roundhouse. And I want to know how that input works, because he's grabbing him and swinging him around. One that's really cool. Bang, bang. Oof, broken knees. Don't need that patella. Oh, dude. Dude, the way he hobbles away after that, I don't know why I'm replaying it again, because you guys can't see it.
charged you with the hourglass. You are relishing your role as Earthrealm's protector.
Okay, so like, he says you're relishing it, like as if he's enjoying being Earthrealm's protector, right? But the way he says it, right, it feels like there's some spite behind that. Like he's got some distaste with how Liu Kang has chosen to do things, right? I'm not the only one that feels that energy from that, right? He feels like he's not with Liu Kang's way of doing it. He's got some choice opinions for how Liu Kang should be running this, and it's not the way he's currently doing it. Was that an ambush? Was that an ambush or is that a summon?
Protector.
That's a summon. All right, so he struck a pose, and then the overhead lights him on fire, and looks like there's enough time to combo off that. That's an ambush though. Was that a fireball projectile? I wonder if that's controllable where it lands, like if you can summon it behind you, if you can summon it, if it always has to come sort of, I think it was mid-screen and then it's a fireball towards the enemy, which is insane. With Liu Kang, that's mad pressure. It's because you can get the scorpion thing, fireball down here, and as they go to jump over it, air fireball like this, or just continue comboing off of it. But it looks like it's going to be in a similar vein of like Kano's knife throw, where you can extend combos off of it. That's cool. Very good.
Those with power must know how to
Sweet.
use it wisely.
This.
When you restarted history, you altered the destinies of certain
Yeah, so... Oh, there's another one there. So Ed Boon pointed in the previous video, we went over a tweet that Ed Boon made where he circled around this face over here, and a lot of people are speculating that's Kai. But there's another face there. There's someone else there.
to neutralize.
It might just be a monk. It might just be a bunch of monks.
Crafting a timeline.
Oof. Yeah, you guys can't see this,
Complex
but I tell you what, go watch the trailer because it's cool. All of the fatal blows and all of the fatalities in this trailer are sick as fuck, and I recommend you guys go and watch the video. I'll put it down in the description so you guys can just straight over to the video right after this. Oof. Kamehameha, that man.
Vision of peace.
Okay. This is something I didn't really look at during the trailer because that's right in here. And look, Kung Lao's hat. Kung Lao's hat has the razors on it. That's so nice. I love that. Who's this? This isn't Shang Tsung, is it? It's something. They've got their hair tied up, sort of like how Shang Tsung has his hair tied up. They're summoning that fire wheel that sort of Shang Tsung walked out of to kill everyone in the first trailer that we got. But they've got sort of, it looks like a monk badge sort of thing, like the yellow gis that they're wearing, and they have the badge sort of thing on their shoulder.
May already be compromised.
Or is it Liu Kang? It might be Liu Kang. Man. Oh, is that an alternate skin for Frost? That looked a little bit lighter. Yeah. Frost's skin, cameo skin wasn't that light, was it? That's like light blue. That's like MKX when you got the two Sub-Zeros and the other one was the light blue. Stand. Oh. And we can't watch this again. But it's good. It's good. This second fatality for Liu Kang is mad. Insane. Oof. Wow. I love the music in the background of this. It's so dramatic. I love the orchestra. I was really expecting to see some sort of like tiny little snippet of Natara at the end of this. That's why I was so eagerly watching the back of this during the reaction. But all right, so let's go a little bit further down here. We've still got his gloves. This is the punch. Where are we up to? Yeah, so we got up to here.
To neutralize them.
Yeah, okay, so this is the disdain that was from
History. You altered the destinies of certain malefactors to neutralize them.
Student malefactors, so he's probably talking about, I guess, Shao Kahn in a way. He made him more subservient in the sense that he's just a general now, but however, I reckon from what we've seen in all the trailers, he's working under Onaga now, so he's still a threat and he's still a problem. The malefactors, maybe Shinnok, I guess, Quan Chi, I guess, because I'm assuming he probably doesn't show up in the main story, and we're just getting him as DLC because Quan Chi's awesome. So Shinnok and Quan Chi are out the way, you know, the standard ones that we're used to. And because Liu Kang wasn't around during all of the stuff with Onaga, so he doesn't know Onaga is a threat. That's why Onaga is the bad guy in this, because he couldn't neutralize him.
Crafting a timeline.
What's he say? Crafting a timeline.
Endeavor.
It's a complex endeavor. I believe that. 100% I believe that. I think it's just a little bit overpowering my voice.
Your vision of peace may already be compromised.
Your vision of peace may already be compromised. So, again, from the way he says that, it feels like he's got some disdain from how it is. However, the way he said that specifically doesn't feel like he's sort of pulling away from Liu Kang and like he's going to go betray him or anything. It just feels like he's getting agitated with Liu Kang not listening to him and not giving any heed to the words that Geras is telling him. That's what that feels like. Okay, so that's sort of like his one of his strings already in MK11. That's a launcher. He's always had such unique play in the sense of how he can just freeze people and they take that damage, and then they also gain the properties of like if there's a knock up or if there's a knockdown after the fact, after that time vortex wears off. Now what is that? Because is that one of Geras's move, or is that a summon of some variety? Oh, it's got to be a move because Geras comes back to assist it. Maybe that's a grab? Because what is it? Forward throws are the cameos and back throws are the roster characters that do it, right? So could this be Geras's grab? Is it's not necessarily telegraphed as a grab and he just sort of goes like this and that's his grab, and a sand clone comes through and does a little spin toss? Because that's what it feels like. That's the same sort of length of what you'd expect out of a grab in a cinematic way. But it's very weird to see that the character doesn't actually perform the grab, and it's something else that does it. Like usually, like maybe Geras would grab him, throw him forward, and then the sand clone would go and do it. Liu Kang just kicking the shit out of Melina, and then the stuff would come watch again. Cool. Okay, so I think we've broken it down pretty adequately. But that's very interesting to see that they've expanded on a lot of the cameos that we're excited to see, like Sector, the ones that we were interested to see, like Darius, like not necessarily, none of us, I didn't see anything in anyone expecting Darius to be here. But it's nice that they expanded on it and shown what he can potentially do. So people aren't just sort of sitting there scratching their head like, Darius? Really? Darius? But like he actually looks a little bit more pliable of a cameo. And then, of course, we've got the Scorpion that we all love to see. Everyone loves Scorpion. He's the poster boy. Where was he? Over here. So, yeah, it looks like he I don't know if it's breath, because Melina's too close during the fight here. That he... I'm not sure if it's just a fire breath or if he launches a fireball, like a horizontal fireball. Did we get any new stages, too? Let's have a look. This doesn't look like a new stage. No, this is the same one. This is that fortress that the Lin Kuei from the Lin Kuei trailer. This is that same treasury room.
You are relishing your...
I want to say this looks new, but this just looks like the nighttime version of that little snippet of the Scorpion gameplay that we got early on. It just looks like the nighttime version of it. It might be new. It's all red and everything, but might just be the nighttime version.
Started history. You altered the destiny.
And this looks like they're walking through to like the Edenian maps. This scene, this is honestly, this is the scene that captures my attention the most. Because I don't think that's Liu Kang, is it? I think it might be. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if Liu Kang's got a little ponytail up in the back of his head. Yeah, this is probably... Yeah, he does. Okay, so it's probably Liu Kang.
History. You altered the destinies of certain malefactors.
Like, he's got the tags are up on his like neck and shoulder here, right? They're not down here. And the guy that's doing it here, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look the same. It's the same little head bob that Liu Kang has.
May already be compromised.
Can't tell. I think it is Liu Kang. I might just be looking too far into that. I think that one is Liu Kang. But that scene really captures my attention for some reason. It feels too like they had to include such a small bit. Like it feels like they had to include a small bit of it because it's too revealing to what the story is, because it feels like there's a critical thing there. Oh shit, stage wise, this looks new actually. Unless I've not picked it up from one of the previous trailers, but this does look new. And this is that Living Forest one, isn't it? Actually, but it looks really messed up compared to the Edenian trailers where it looked really nice and everything, right? All the eyes in the background are really cool, but this looks really messed up. Like, okay, so I think what's going to happen is it's going to be all good and dandy, and then as the story goes along, there's going to be events that go along, and it starts like breaking up the world in some capacity, and it starts, you know, bad things start happening. Sort of like how Shinnok corrupts the Jinsei's life force, and then we've got like the red forest versus the standard blue forest that we usually have in MKX. It's going to be like that, and as events go on, the world starts to break a little bit more, and it starts to go into that little evil formation. That's why this map seems more red than like I'm pretty sure all these like roof shingles and stuff and all this was like green the last time we saw it. Now it's all red, so it might be maybe an alternate timeline. Maybe the timelines are merging. No, no. I retract that. I think that's silly. But that's, yeah, okay. That's a lot of we got a lot of detail there. That's really cool. But yeah, I think that's all we can really go over here. I don't think we've missed too much. Anything in the background. But yeah, that seems like it's going to be all that we have for the breakdown. Like I couldn't find too much more on that. But if you guys notice any things, absolutely leave it in the comments. Let me know if you spotted anything else. And if you guys want to see any more of the trailer reactions and breakdowns, I'll be up here. No, wrong way. Up here. I know my lefts from rights. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the breakdown of this trailer. That is pretty sick. That is pretty cool. I'm really excited to see Geras back again. Wow. I really didn't think, I thought it was a stretch. I really thought it was a stretch for Geras to be here. And I thought it was a long bit of speculation for Geras to show up again. But those leaks are just proven more and more true. So I feel like they're super accurate. And I see a lot of them with Natara. So I reckon Natara is going to be in it. And we're just yet to be revealed. And considering the amount of hype around the potential of Natara being in MK1, I think that's probably the play that they're going for. They're stringing us along because they know people want to see Natara again. Natara and Serena, those are the ones that I'm seeing a lot of hype for. So I reckon we get at least one of those, maybe both if we're lucky. But that's going to be all that we have for this trailer breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed the breakdown and made it all the way through this video, I would highly appreciate if you guys could drop a like and a subscribe. Just to keep the videos flowing, get it in the algorithm, share it out if you know anyone that's into trailer breakdowns and into the MK1 lore in history, or even the gameplay, ladies and gentlemen, MK1 as a whole. Make sure they are notified of this video. But with that, I hope you guys have a good day, night or day. Be good people, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.